I just went out with a Gen Z guy. He said he couldn't pay the bill because he was saving up for GTA 6. I had to tell him both me and GTA 6 are never coming.
A smart, honest man. The best thing he can do is enjoy the game, while you enjoy paying the bill. Life isn't always fair. Today, we'll look at why men are refusing to approach modern women, and why it's driving them furious. But before we begin, hit the like button and leave us a comment. The wall shows no mercy. Let's get started.
I just went on a bachelorette trip where I was the only single one out of 14 people. So here's some things that taken and married people say to me that really bother me. First one, the obvious. Why don't you just get on the dating apps? Why aren't you on Hinge? You're not going to meet anyone, so you might as well get on Hinge. So clearly you guys have never had to go on dating apps. It's brutal on there. It's honestly worse than in real life. And trust me, I've been on them. The options are extremely limited. You just need to go on dates. You need to put yourself out there. Dating is fun. That's because you got to date the person that you really liked. I have to go on random dates to figure out if I even like them. It'll happen when you least expect it. You're looking too hard. You're looking way too hard. Maybe you just need to move. Maybe you just need to get out of your state and go to another one because he's not there. Okay, let me move to every single state until I find him. These are honestly just a couple. The list goes on. I genuinely believe that when you're married and you're taken, you just lose sight of how to talk to single people. No hate, no shade to all of my friends because they're all married. But these are just a few things that when they say them, I'm like, clearly you've been not single in a very long time. So
I don't understand why men don't approach us anymore. This is why, ladies. Because the worst is no longer that she can just say no. It's embarrassment. It's shame. It's being downright mean. And the truth that all men eventually come to know is that a woman's reaction to his approach has nothing to do with how he does it or what he says. It has everything to do with whether or not she's attracted to him. Which is why my best advice for you guys that want to approach women, I'm sorry, it's superficial, but the most effective thing that you can do is work on your appearance. Bottom line, guys, this includes your skin, which needs a complete and consistent routine, ideally designed for men, which is exactly what Tiege Hanley provides. Within this box, there is a really easy to follow morning and night routine, which will really make a difference with your skin. Now is a really good time to try it because you can get 40% off your first box plus a free gift. Just use the link above. Give it a shot, guys, especially if you're trying to meet a woman in real life. And if you're not, then hey, at least you got some good skin.
Gotcha, bitch!
The most attractive type of guy is the guy who is just out there living his life. He has a really good job, he goes to the gym regularly, not only to keep up with his physique, but also to focus on his mental health. And he just likes to take care of himself, he minds his own business, he's not really on any of the cringy dating apps, besides maybe Cuffed, because that one you can only talk to one person at a time, and it's exclusive and invite only. So it's not really the type of app where there's a bunch of players on it. So at least it's intentional. He's really not worried about others, he's probably not even looking for a relationship, but if he found me, and he wanted to, he would go all in. The type of man that's just happy and comfortable being himself and living his life.
Women are ending up single, and as always, they blame men. But wait, what do they expect when they treat anyone who approaches them like garbage? This guy probably just said hello, and she's already recording him. Since when is that a normal response? It's awkward. It's humiliating. Then they wonder why no one approaches them anymore. Then you see the next clip. Women who can't find a husband, confused and looking for answers. Young man, my advice isn't to buy some product. It's to focus on yourself. Hit the gym, build your finances, improve your appearance, and stay on your path. Because there's an optimal version of yourself you can reach, and once you get there, the dynamic completely flips. At 20, they might humiliate you, but by 28 or 30, they're the desperate ones. Time is the greatest teacher, and it doesn't charge them cheap. Just watch the next clip.
Hey. Playing by the rules. I come apart. Hey. But never
And then women will say all day long that women cannot be creepy. I would stand to argue with this video that they definitely can be. Just imagine if a man did this. He was video recording multiple women at the gym that were attractive, and then he posts a video of them online. Yeah, I think every single comment under that video would be something about him being a creep. Yet somehow that is not how we respond to a woman doing the same exact thing.
Are there any men out there that actually want or would choose an independent woman? Because realistically, we still do all of the soft, squishy, mushy stuff. But we've got our own shit going on and our own money. I don't know, it feels like a win-win to me, and yet it seems from everything I'm seeing online that this isn't what people want. So let me know.
Oh, hell no!
Okay, I have a theory. If you're a girl and you are pretty smart, driven, successful, and you support yourself, you're single. And I know I'm about to get a bunch of pissed off guys in my comments, but it's literally true. I honestly think the options are just so limited, so just hear me out. As a girl, we want to find a partner that exceeds us in every single aspect. You want someone that looks better than you, that is smarter than you, that maybe has more of a social life than you do, has a really, really good job, is more outgoing than you. Like, you're genuinely probably just looking for a partner that has better qualities than you do. No woman wants to date down. Not to be an absolute bitch of a person, but when you're a woman who has all her shit together, like when you have a good group of friends, you have a successful career, you pay your own bills, close with your family, you have a good social life, like where do you go from there? There's not many good options. And the guys who typically would meet your standards are absolute assholes. I actually matched with this guy on Cuffed and he checked every single box. And I genuinely thought this was gonna be my happily ever after, because on Cuffed you're only allowed to talk to one person at a time, and as soon as you're talking to someone else, you're automatically unmatched. And it's also an invite only and exclusive dating app, so everyone who's on that app is like very genuine, very authentic, very like intentional. But guess what? He was an asshole. He was a straight up asshole. I don't get it, but I guess we can't have it all.
See, this is exactly what I've been telling you. Once they hit that stage, around 27 and beyond, they're the ones who start getting desperate. Look at her recording those men who are most likely ignoring her because she'd love to be with one of them. They're not even looking at her. They're focused on their workout, their goals. That's what bothers them when they're no longer the center of attention. It's true that a woman with her life together doesn't need a man, but that doesn't mean men necessarily want her either. We're looking for a woman who joins us on our life's journey as a supportive partner, not another man competing with us. So your money doesn't matter to us. Enjoy the wall, because the wall shows no mercy.
Only 80% of women want the top 20% of men. Yes. We don't want someone who doesn't have their shit together. Would you? Red pill men love to say, well, the truth hurts. Women finally have rights and are now practicing natural selection, and y'all are mad about it. Instead of going to therapy, instead of practicing some introspection on your bigotry, on your hate towards women, you would rather hate us in return for not choosing you.
What's interesting to me is that women that are in the top 20% are not even talking about this because it's not affecting them. Like, they are the ones that are with the top 20% men. But how do I say this nicely? Women like this are the ones that are getting angry and frustrated at men because they're mad that the top 20% doesn't want them. And when men watch this and they take the overall step back and they can see what's going on, that's why they're going to call you delusional, because it only makes sense that the ones that hold themselves to high standards are going to be with people that hold themselves to high standards. Now, of course, standards are going to be different between every person because they're going to hold their own individual values and what they see as most important in a mate. But it's always so interesting to me that women can come on here and hate on men for being frustrated about the dating world when you are literally frustrated about the dating world. And let's be honest, women are the gatekeepers in relationships. So if you're frustrated as a woman, the only thing that you can do is change it yourself.
Here's what I'd say to that woman. The average man has a much better chance of becoming a top 20% man than a woman has of becoming even a top 30% woman. A guy who spends a year in the gym, gets a haircut that suits his face, and improves his finances has a very good chance of attracting an attractive woman. But if a woman wasn't born attractive, no matter how much she works out or how many skills she learns, a man at that level usually isn't going to choose her because men are the ones who make the final choice. Right now, more women believe they're the ones doing the choosing through natural selection. Yet there are more single women today than at any point in recent history. What does that tell you about their power of choice?
How to know that he's not the right guy for you. Number one, you keep talking about his potential. He's got so much potential though, rather than the actual product that you've got right now. Girls, do not invest in potential. Invest in what is there right now. Number two, communication is inconsistent. You're asking him a question. He's not able to just answer it. Why can't he just answer the question? Baffling. Number three, you need to beg or ask for compliments. Like, a guy who loves you should be thinking you're the most beautiful woman in the world. He should be telling you that. You shouldn't be having to ask for that reassurance. Number four, he makes you feel confident and secure. And you're not going through his phone, you're not checking his things. And maybe you've got some previous trauma from relationships. And when you do speak to him about that, he's reassuring and makes you feel reassured. And I think the last one and the biggest one for me is that you don't feel lonelier inside that relationship than you do out of it. If you feel lonelier in your marriage or in your relationship than you do when you're not in it, then that's a massive red flag that you just shouldn't be with that person.
If you find yourself dating loser after loser, this is the video for you. You're going to want to like, save, share this thing. So there's certain people who should be up here, right? Right here. This is the level they should be dating, but they, for some reason, abandoned themselves a long time ago. So as you're reaching up and up and up, these people come in, these snakes come in, you start dating them and you start going at their level. You give up everything that you've been striving for as you're going to the top, and you just meet them at their level. You start doing the people pleasing thing. You give up your hobbies, your friends, your entire self, okay? And then when you get them away, you end up breaking up with them, you get a little bit higher. Someone else comes in. And you start doing the same thing, and you waste years and you waste time right here when you need to be up here. So the secret to get past this is you gotta be comfortable with being with yourself. Some people say alone, I always say with yourself, okay? Because if you wanna get up here, stop wasting your time, build yourself, stop numbing out. I always say that. Stop with the drinking, stop with the BS, stop numbing out, work on yourself, your heart, your mind, your soul, and get to that high potential, because people could smell a fake and they could smell what level you're at even if you don't even open your mouth. So someone who's here, who should be your equal, and you haven't gotten there yet, they're not going to talk to you when you're down here. So stop letting people in on your way to the top. That, my friend, is how you stop dating losers.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
The last woman is right about one thing. She's alone now, facing the wall, and the only thing left to do is learn how to be by herself. But notice something interesting. Whenever you hear a woman talk about being alone, she always brings up her friends as a shield. I have my girlfriends. I'm fine. Just wait until one of them gets married. Watch what happens. Women don't have friends. They have competition. The moment one of them finds a husband, the others start drifting away. Not out of malice, but out of instinct. They don't want other predators near their territory. And that last point about feeling lonely in a marriage, call it what it is. It's not loneliness. It's that her husband no longer excites her. He no longer gives her that spark, and instead of putting in the effort, she looks for an exit wrapped in a therapeutic label. Because when something truly matters to you, you fight for it. When something truly matters, you don't feel alone. Loneliness in marriage isn't proof that he failed. It's a sign that she was never willing to build in the first place.
Women.
We've reached the end of the video. But before you go, here are a couple of questions for you. Do you think women who cruelly reject men who approach them realize the damage they're doing to the dating market? Do you think a woman who has her life together actually has more dating options or fewer? Why? If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.